Welcome to Eggcellent Adventures, where I, your host Reec Swiney, take a step away from my duties as a radio and TV personality and give you a first-hand look at my other love, BlackYard Chickenz and homesteading. Take a listen to conversations I have with others who are in farming, homesteading, and connected brands. And some of those conversations go a little like this.
She does say I have too much, though. She says I have too many, but I don't think I have enough.
The chicken math started mathing.
Yep, it's never ending.
I only started with like 4 laying hens. Now I have over 100 chickens and geese and quail.
So the first question we ask everybody that comes on to the Eggcellent Adventures, what was your old cluck moment?
The first thing that comes to mind is when the first time I got locked inside one of my own chicken coops.
We talk about the highs, the lows, and everything in between. Now let's see who's on this episode of Eggcellent Adventures. Ladies and gentlemen, we are back with another episode of Eggcellent Adventures, our first episode of 2024, new year, same good chicken talk. We have another person that has broken the internet several times. I've been a big fan of watching their movement, Facebook, especially on Facebook. We have Lee of BAWK joining us at Eggcellent Adventures. What's going on, man?
Hey, how are you? I'm doing pretty good. Chickens are doing good.
Pretty good. That's good, man. I know you're up in the Northeast, so you're getting some weather up there, huh?
Yep, we're in Pennsylvania. It's 22 degrees out right now.
Whew.
And spent some time this morning getting the water unfrozen. So yeah, we're good.
Same here. We're not negative yet. We were at like 13 degrees a day, but it's weird because I saw on the page it says Douglasville, and I was like, wait, he can come in person. It's Douglasville, Pennsylvania. I'm in Douglasville, Georgia.
Yep. That always pops up on the when you're in like internet typing in your address. The Georgia one always pops up.
Yep. I'm actually from New Jersey, so I definitely understand the weather, but that's pretty much why I left.
Understandable.
Talk to me about that, man. Before we get all the way to the interview, let's go ahead and talk about it since it came up. The weather, having to deal with frozen water and all that stuff. Is there anything special you're doing? Or you just bringing out buckets every day?
So we have we use the heated base and a double-walled steel 3-gallon waterer. I have some of the little 1-gallon ones as well. We try to keep them all over the coop on the run. So I'll go out each day just to check on them, make sure that they're still filled and not frozen. And I mean, it's pretty simple. I mean, we're lucky we have power in the coop, so we can plug things in when necessary.
Speaking of that coop is awesome, man. I see it. I see how you made the egg boxes. It looks really cozy. You got power in there, and it correct me if I'm wrong. It looks like you have like a pathway to the outdoor run.
Yeah, so it's the coop is in the back of our garage. It was an old storage room for like lawnmowers, and we turned it into a chicken coop. And my wife actually built the run, and we built a tunnel from the coop out to the run. Just, I don't know, it looks pretty cool. The chickens all like it. You know, they come in and out as they please, and it works out pretty well.
Nah, that is really cool. I just got, when my chickens leave the coop and the run, they're just running wild in the back. So it's cool to have like a pathway, because I see you got a garden too. You definitely don't want them getting on all your plants and stuff.
Yeah, that happens. We usually just have tomatoes right there, so it's not the end of the world if they get into some, you know. Got you.
How did you get started? Like, how did you and your family get started with chickens? Did you grow up with them, or did you just jump into it?
I think it's a pretty similar story to yours. COVID hit, and egg prices had gone up a little bit, and we decided to just start off with some chickens. We went to Tractor Supply, grabbed 6, and my wife actually built the entire run outside in the tunnel herself, coming home from work, working at night, and putting the coop up during the day, and now we've got 20. So.
Chicken math.
Yeah, we love it.
That's cool, man. Do you know what chicks that you started with? Do you know what breed they were, or you just grabbed what you could from Tractor Supply?
Man, I should know. There are 3 different kinds. We have 5 of the 6 left still. Cool. And I mean, they're the originals. You know, they can live out. I mean, they all get to live out as long as they like. But the OGs, they're great.
Gotta love the OG chickens. I got one of my OG original 2 chickens left. She's going on 3 now. She's really bossy, man.
That's how ours were. Our omelet, she was the my logo, my BAWK logo. She's the one that passed away, but she was the boss of everyone, So there's always one or two that are pretty bossy.
That's right. When you got your 6 from Tractor Supply, did you get any rules or were they all pullets?
They were all pullets. And then as far as adding the rest of our flock, there was someone who had a golden Wyandotte put up on there's some Facebook pages, Berks County Chicken Talk, and people put up there that they have a problem with one of their hens, and I just said, "Oh, yeah, I'll come pick it up." We met halfway and added that one to the flock, and the next thing you know, I was on those pages, and that's how we added the rest of our chickens. We adopted some from it's called the Berks Animal Rescue League. Just when people aren't able to take care of them anymore, we'll take them in our running coop. So.
Oh man, that's amazing. This is the first time hearing that type of chicken math edition on a story where you hit different pages and see some rescues and grab some chickens that way. Did they come like 1 by 1 or 2 by 2 like that?
In the beginning, it was 1 by 1. Then we added like 7 or 8 hens and the rooster that was from the Animal Rescue League. And then just recently, we had a woman who their kids raised some chickens. They were all 8 months old. And I said to her, I said, "Look, I have a Facebook page. You're welcome to follow the rest of their lives through our page." And she dropped them off at our place that night. And that's how we added the last 5. So.
Man, that's a dope story. That's really amazing. You guys are giving those nuggets a second chance at life.
Hey, and when they're 8 months old and they're laying, the first day that they step in, that's great too.
We've reached that part of the show where we hook you up with some insider information. And this time it's some egg side information. Y'all know what I mean. Because people ask me all the time, how do you get your chickens so fluffy and healthy and happy? And their eggs are so bright, beautiful, and they taste delicious too. I would love to dedicate all those things to me coming in and having a great time in that chicken coop every day and shaking it up with those ladies. But the fact is, it comes from a healthy and balanced diet of Purina's Layina. That's the brand we use. Whether you've got laying hens and you want to go with the Purina Layina plus omega-3, or you got a bunch of baby chicks running around in your brooder and you go with that Purina Start and Grow Crumble, you can't lose. I know we haven't. So visit their website today, and in 3 easy steps, you can get discount coupons for the Purina product that's right for some great nutrition for your animals. I did it myself and it only took me about 2 minutes. It's absolutely worth it. And to make things easier, we have the hyperlink on our website, BlackYardChickens.com. Just look under product of the month and you'll see the link right there to go and try your Purina Feed Greatness. And through their trial program, they can pair you with the right nutrition and let you try it with your animals and see the results. Now, I can tell you all day how Purina Feed Greatness has been absolutely phenomenal for my chickens, goats, ducks, and rabbits. But you can see for yourself. Go to BlackYardChickens.com. Now let's get back to this week's adventure. Great news. They know they're at home. They're not stressed out.
Exactly. Yep.
Yeah, I got some rescues from an egg farm, and the first day that they were able, because we had like a quarantine coop pen, the first day they were just walking around pecking, and they look like wow, I get to stretch my legs. They just look so happy. They laid eggs like that morning. They laid eggs.
That's awesome. Yeah, it's we give away all of our eggs, friends, family, neighbors, coworkers. You name it. I mean, we've got 4 or 5 dozen sitting on our counter right now. And if we know we're running into somebody that we know, we bring a dozen of eggs and give it to them. So the eggs go to good people, and definitely feels good giving them away.
Definitely one of those best feelings in the world to be able to provide for people for something that you're producing.
Exactly. Yep. And on top of it, they're my little content creators, and I try to take a little video clip every day and post it up on our page, and people from all over the world, comment me, message me. It's great.
Were you expecting that at all? Did you have any idea it would take off in that way? I mean, I was reading some of your accomplishments from 2023. You got millions of views. thousands, almost 100,000 followers on Facebook, and that's no easy feat. And it's because of the amazing things you guys are doing with the chicken content and just sharing your story.
I mean, I always envisioned. I was hoping to have 100,000 by the end of 23. Didn't happen. But in the beginning, I mean, no, it was pretty discouraging. You'd put up a video and get only a couple likes. Maybe you get lucky and someone would comment on it, but everything I read said, just keep posting, and good things will come. So kept at it, posted 1 or 2 times every day, and I mean, it really took off. I want to say like 3-4 months in, I had a couple of reels that just went absolute berserk. And ever since, I mean, we're just keep going up. So
I love it. I see a lot of great feedback from when you show the coop and the property and everything like that. Like I see, especially people talking about the tunnel and the run. And you said your wife built the run. She built the outdoor run, right?
I cannot take credit for any of it. I mean, honestly, she's the one who built it. Helped maybe put a couple staples in for the netting there, but yeah, she did all of it, and obviously I'm thankful. And now we have all these chickens, and we're sharing it with the world. So
that's awesome. Usually one of our questions is who helps out with the chicken stuff, but it seems like you guys have got like a dynamic duo going on, and it's got to feel good. Does that help the relationship, you guys being able to meet on that ground?
Tell you what, I definitely take care of the chickens more. But
gotcha.
But yeah, everyone plays their part. My kids absolutely love going out into the chicken coop and playing with the chickens, chasing them around, feeding them their, cracked corn, whatever treat we decide to give them that day. And you'll see them in some of my videos. So luckily we've got really friendly chickens, and they're great with kids.
That's awesome. It's really good to see, especially when you got roosters. You never know how that's going to go.
Yeah. And, we adopted this one, and he's pretty big, but he's super friendly. So very lucky.
Right. I see you got a lot of open space back there. Is Chicken Math going to strike again for 2024?
No, I say no.
Question. You say no.
I say no, but we could probably add 5 more. Realistically. We'll see. It probably will strike again.
I got you. Is any other animal on the wish list?
No, we've got a dog who doesn't really like animals. She's grown to be okay with the chickens, but no other animals yet.
Gotcha. Okay. I'm going to hold you to that on a follow-up interview. We're going to see how that works out for you.
Yeah,
we'll see. What are some of your go-tos in your coop? I saw like you got the shelf. It looks like a shelf style, kind of almost a bookcase style for the egg boxes. Tell me some of like the go-to stuff in the coop.
I mean, I think it's really important to stress to people, it doesn't need to be anything special that you see online. I mean, just reuse things. What we're using for the nesting boxes is something we found at a yard sale for $10. It was an old shelf of some sorts. We took off the legs, threw some boxes in it, and it works great. The roost is an old, where the shelf used to be in the storage area for the mowers. We just took the shelf off and added a couple rows to it. And I mean, I can't stress enough, just reuse as much as you can. Doesn't have to look good, just has to do the purpose that it's intended for.
I love that you said that. Sometimes we get caught up in, that person did this and this person made a whole theme park for their chickens and this and that. But just finding stuff around and stuff that people aren't using, they make the best things a lot of time. Like I got a broken kind of play set from my daughter's old school, her like pre-K school. And it was like this little play set. I threw it in a goat pen, and that's their favorite thing in the world.
Yep, exactly. Whatever you can find. I mean, and there's stuff all over Facebook Marketplace. When you're driving, just take a look, see what you can see in people's trash. I mean, not that you have to really look for it, but see something, you might be able to reuse, go for it.
Yep. You have people dumpster diving.
Yeah, I'm not saying to go do that, but
Right. Now, man, same with the coop. Like we got this beautiful coop from Chicken Partner, and these egg boxes are all nice. I put an old dog house, like the bottom of the half of a dog house, and then that's all they want to lay in.
yeah, and that's a perfect example. You don't need to go crazy. Just do something that's going to work. So.
Yep. Your chickens look really, really healthy. Is there any products that you specifically use or treats or feed or anything like that?
Man, we buy all of our feed from Tractor Supply. Mm-hmm. It's the most inexpensive one you can get. We do give them treats every day. We'll give them the frozen soldier fly larvae, the mealworms. Mm-hmm. And we give them all sorts of fruit and vegetables. Whatever leftover scraps we have from dinner, a lot of times go out into the run and they'll peck away at it. But I mean, I don't think we're doing anything too extra.
Got you. Same here. Same here. Just consistent feed and table scraps, and they love it.
Yeah, I think that's all you got to do.
Yep. What bedding are you guys using right now, like egg boxes and your litter and stuff like that?
All we use right now is just straw. Sometimes in the summer we'll use the wood chips from Tractor Supply, but we contacted a local farmer. They dropped off 10, 15, 20 bales of straw for us, and then we just use that until it runs out. But especially in the winter, you kind of use that deep litter method, keeps the poop heating the coop a little bit. I know it's kind of gross, but when it gets down in the 20s, definitely helps keep the coop warmer.
Nah, yeah, I definitely doing that same method. We don't have as harsh a weather as up there at all, but it does help. It definitely does help. I like what you said when you say you contacted a local farmer. How was that with like growing inside that community? Because we're kind of new to chickens, right? So I hadn't really been a part of farmers markets or reaching out to other people. Had you prior to this? And if not, like, how were you able to find these different communities?
Well, the straw, when we got married at our house during COVID, and we had bought straw bales for seats in our yard. And naturally we had them still sitting, so we used them for the chickens, and just reached back out to that same guy, and doesn't live too far away. And I mean, obviously like to support local when you can. Yeah. Tell me about the garden a little bit. I see you're growing. It looks like you're growing the tomatoes out of buckets and stuff like that. Is there anything else that you guys are getting into? Yeah, my wife every year she'll plant all sorts of stuff. We got into a little bit of everything this summer: watermelon, cantaloupes, eggplants, cucumbers. Peppers, pumpkins. I mean, literally anything that we think it will grow. We're trying something new. So I love it. Do you taste the difference when you grow your own? And do you taste the difference in the eggs? I'm telling people I taste the difference. I want to know, is that true across the board? I think so. Yeah, I think so. A lot of the stuff we grow ends up going to the chickens. It's not intended for them, but it ends up going to them. And I definitely think, people, I had a friend who we gave some eggs to for the first time a couple of weeks ago, and he had to crack one open because he never had a fresh egg before. He had to see what it looked like, and he couldn't believe it. He's like, this looks way different than a store-bought egg. So I think it definitely helps. I think so too. The first time people crack it open and see it's like a deep orange or red, and it's almost got like extra yolk on it, they're like, oh my God, what have I been eating? Yep, exactly. Yeah, it's great. Nothing better than making eggs in the morning after you go out to the coop and grab a couple from the bins. They're a couple hours old and you're making breakfast. It's great. I know the kids love it. My youngest daughter loves it. She's like, can we go get eggs? She asks me almost every day. Well, ours don't lay all at once. I can go out a couple times during the day and grab a couple here, grab a couple there. There's always eggs to be gathered. Yeah, I kind of got it down. Well, not now because of winter.
I try to grab them as much as I can, but during the spring, summer, like I'm good. I can go out probably about midday and get all the eggs for the day. And then it might be a couple later on that day, but pretty much everybody's done by 4 or 5 o'clock. It's like they're on a shift at work or something.
Yeah.
That's cool.
I do want to say, and this is a little off topic from what we were talking about, but earlier talking about people from all over the world, reaching out. I've gotten so many video messages from people, and it's just been great interacting with people from the Middle East, from Sweden. Like it's wild. Someone sent me a message and they actually went out and got 50 chickens because they were following my page. That's crazy, but I told him, I was like, that's so awesome. Thanks for sharing that with me. And yeah, I love interacting with people from literally everywhere. That's same common thing of chickens. So
we've reached that part of the show where we hook you up with some insider information. And this week it's all about Eaton Pet and Pasture. And I got a 20% discount code for you. As farmers, we know the love and care it takes to raise happy and healthy animals. So choose the best when it comes to bedding, premium cut Timothy hay, and treats for your furry and feathery friends. So if you're looking for super absorbent hemp bedding or nesting pads for your laying ladies, look no further than Eaton Pet and Pasture. Check them out right now at EatonPetandPasture.com. And first-time shoppers get a 20% discount by typing in Reec at checkout. That's REEC at checkout. Now let's get back to another excellent adventure. Man, you got friends all over now, especially with the reach of social media. It kind of expands your mind, because before I started, I would never thought that I'd be speaking with people from Canada or Australia, like you said, the Middle East. A lot of people in Spanish-speaking countries, they're sending messages like, "Oh, this is awesome. This is amazing." And it's almost like music, like chickens are the universal language.
Yeah. And I mean, especially my videos, I rarely put music behind it. When you're watching it, you're only going to hear the sound of the chickens, and if my kids are making some noise in the background, but I will rarely put anything behind it. And I think that kind of differentiates my page from other people. You know what you're going to get. People find it relaxing. It kind of brings them back to another time in their life where they had chickens. And I love sharing it.
Yeah, your page is like an Airbnb. It's almost like you go to your page for a quick chicken vacation and you just relax and watch them. I know for sure with me, it helped with mental health. Like I can go outside, be having a bad day, kick it with the chickens or the goats or whatever for a few, and then I'll feel immediately better. Is that the case with you guys too?
Yeah. I mean, we started, I think like you guys during COVID, and we kind of just needed a break from things that were going on in the world, and what better way than with some animals.
Absolutely. Did you have early on, and I think I may have touched on this earlier, but early on, did you have any experience at all with like farm animals or going to visit anybody?
I did not. My wife had goats growing up. I want to say she had 15, 20 goats growing up. So if there was an animal to be next, I could see that. But right now, yeah, chickens only. And I didn't have any background in it, but I don't think you need any background. You just wing it. You go grab some and you wing it. Pun
intended. Yeah. That's cool, man. Did you ever think about trying to do meat birds? I got it.
We thought about it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we've thought about it. We'll see. I think I would have a hard time with the processing of the meat birds. Mm-hmm. But we'll see. I think there's a good reason to do it. We buy chicken at the store, so it'd be great to do it on your own. So we'll see. Maybe in the future.
Yeah, I'm having the same hang up. I think because we had them as pets first, it's harder to make the transition into, okay, now this is a product, even if it's just for the family or, immediate friends and stuff.
Definitely. Yeah. I mean, if they get names like our other chickens, then
can't eat them.
We'll have them forever.
Yeah, you can't eat them when you name them.
No.
That's the rule. Cool. Yeah, I got to find like a local butcher or something, man, because I don't think I can go through with it.
Do you have names for all your chickens?
Yeah, I do. Now, to be fair, 2 of them look exactly the same. So I had like a Sandy 1 and Sandy 2, you know, but all the rest of them have their own names. And they pretty much have their own personalities too. So it's easy to differentiate. And what about you?
Yeah, same here. The ones that all look the same, yeah, you don't know. We had gotten 5 chickens a couple weeks ago, and 4 of them, they're all Buck Orpingtons, and they look identical. And so we were like, well, you know, what kind of name should we come up with for these chickens? And I just Googled, you know, 4 girl groups to see what I could come up with, and we decided to go with Jersey Shore theme. We went with Sammy Sweetheart, you know, Jay Wow, Snooky, and Dina. I know we're missing one, but it's all good.
Hey man, it works. It definitely works. You missed a perfect opportunity for a Golden Girls theme name group.
Yeah, I've never watched it before. You know?
Yeah.
So, you know, maybe the next 4.
It definitely wasn't in our demo, but the show was not for us. And that's pretty cool, though, man. Those Buff Orpingtons, those are some of my favorite chicken. I have a lavender buff. It's one of my favorite birds. They like big and heavy, and they're pretty friendly, man. I love them.
Very friendly. You know, they like. Well, these seem to like to be touched. They like to be held. They're super mellow. Yeah, they're great people chickens.
Yep. That's a new term. People chickens. I like
people chickens. Yeah.
We're chicken people. I guess they got some people chickens.
Yeah.
Oh man. What if you had to go back and give yourself some advice before you picked up that first 6 chicken, that first 6 piece, what would it be?
I mean, I guess it's sort of what we did, you know, just go with your gut, you know. Things happen with birds, and you know, go with your gut on how. I mean, there's always going to be pages you can go check out on Google, you know, ask questions about how to do anything, but I mean, just go with your gut. People all over tell you shouldn't do certain things. I get comments on all my stuff saying, oh, you can't have it this way, you can't do it this way. Just do it, you know. Just do it. If the chickens don't seem to be bothered by it, it's fine.
It works for you. It works for them.
Yep.
Absolutely. Everybody has opinion about everything. Especially online.
Yeah, you wouldn't think some of your videos would get hit so hard, but sometimes they do.
Yeah. And it's so crazy because you can have 300 positive comments. It's like that bad one sticks out.
Yeah, it's hard not to. I usually just respond with like the little emoji that's going like this, like, eh.
Yep, same. I'll just say bless you.
Yeah, it's all good.
Yep, it's all good. Man, I appreciate your time, man. Before we go, what I heard you say at Tractor Supply, is that your go-to feed store?
It is. Right now it is. I've talked to a farmer about getting a mix. But we haven't gone that route yet. It's so easy for us to just drive down the street to Tractor Supply. You know, not getting paid to say that yet, but
right. Yeah,
you know,
right. It's coming.
But it's easy. It's easy to go there.
Yeah, man, that's pretty cool, man. I appreciate you coming on the show. You've been an amazing guest talking about your chicken stories, man. Everybody, make sure that you're following BAWK. How'd you come up with the name?
It's you say it BAWK, but it's pronounced BAWK. You know. So, yeah, I don't know. Chicken name. So
chicken name. I love it.
It works. It's short. It's simple. You know, and it's recognizable.
All right, man. Keep making that peaceful content for us so we can go and relax on your page. I told you, just like a mini vacation when you visit BAWK.
Yeah. Anyone out there, come on over and follow. We'll keep posting every day.
There we go. All right, man. Thanks so much for joining us. Enjoy that crazy weather up there, and we'll keep watching the page to see how those chickens are making it through the path to the run. Thanks for tuning in to another episode of Excellent Adventures, powered by BlackYard Chickenz.
Now, if you think you want to raise your own backyard flock, here's the site for you, BlackYardChickens.com.
We make entertaining videos about raising baby chicks from scratch. You know what I mean by from scratch, right? Or maybe you want to learn how to take care of your own big chickens or hens and get those fresh eggs, building a coop or buying a coop, having the necessary things inside that coop to get great egg production. You'll learn a lot of the neat tricks I've picked up along the way from other chicken enthusiasts, and you can get pretty eggs just like those. So follow us on social media and check us out on our YouTube channel.